I know whenever we were doing the pre-trip with him, he was also saying that I guess we would have to bring the air pressure back up. Would actually put it between, put it right on 15.
Right.
Are we going to be doing that in the pre-trip test? Like trying to speed it up a little bit, or?
Well, that's just, yeah. In the NCAB brake test, when you're doing your test, yeah, 1500 RPMs.
Okay.
NCAB brake test. We'll start with our NCAB. First thing you do is you get in and you make sure that you put your seatbelt on. That's the first thing you do. Okay? Make sure that it's not torn. See these frays in here? That's what you're checking for. This one's not bad, but they don't want them frayed in here where it's, you know, under pressure it would rip. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about our seatbelt. It's not cracked. It's not torn. Has no excessive frays, and it properly latches to the floor. Okay. As far as the 3 points of contact, that's up to you if you want to say it or not. Okay. I mean, you can. It's properly mounted to the floor. 3 points of contact. Okay. So now I'm going to perform a safe start. My safe start consists of checking my brakes, making sure they're pulled out. Okay. Make sure my truck is in neutral. I'm going to push my clutch in, and I'm going to bring my engine. Okay. Release my clutch. Now I'm going to start with my mirrors, and the way I do mine is I usually group things together and go through those. That way you don't forget anything, okay?
Right.
So we're going to go through and check our mirrors. Properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked or damaged. I'm going to go ahead and get my windshield. My windshield is securely mounted, has no cracks or damage, no illegal stickers that would obstruct my view. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my safety equipment, which will consist of my fire extinguisher being on my left side of my seat. It's properly mounted, secure, fully rated, and fully charged, or properly rated and fully charged. In my glove box, I'm going to have 6 electrical fuses. Whether they're in there or not, I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah, they are.
most likely they should be. In my side box behind me, or either behind the seat on the floor, I will have 3 reflective triangles. Okay. So you had your emergency equipment for 1, had your windows and windshield. I mean your mirrors and windshield on 2. So those are the 2 groups. That's 2 different groups. Okay. Now I'm going to come to my next group, which will be my city horn, my air horn. I'm going to talk about my defroster, and my heater is working. I'm going to talk about my ABS light. Came on and went off, indicating that my system is working properly. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my lights. My left turn signal indicator. My right turn signal indicator. Okay, I'm going to flip my headlights on. My high beam indicator is working. Okay. My 4-way flashers are working. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to talk about my windshield wipers. They're mounted securely. They're not cracked, dry rotted, and are firmly secured to the windshield. My washer is full and works properly. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my gauges. My oil pressure gauge is rising to proper level. My volt gauge is about 13.5. My water temperature is coming up to proper level, and my primary and secondary gauges are working properly. Now, have I forgot anything?
Let's see.
check the clearance lights on top from
Where
there?
you did that outside when we were out there. We'll do a
No,
light
to see
check
if they
when we
actually
get through,
turn on.
huh?
Like if they actually turn on and light up.
That's when we do a light check.
Okay.
When we're through with the in-cab inspection, we'll ask the instructor, can you assist me with my light check?
Okay.
And that's when you look at the lights, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I didn't forget anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and he might throw you a question out there that's going to say, are you done? No, you're not done. You still have to do your brake test.
Okay.
In-cabin brake test is one thing. Okay?
Okay.
So, now we're going to perform a brake test. So I'm going to push my clutch in. I'm going to put my truck in low gear. I'm going to cut my truck off. Release my clutch. I'm going to turn my key back on till I hear it go ding, 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 ding like it's doing now. That lets me know that my electrical box or my dash is working, okay? Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to release my brakes. After the initial drop, when my air quits traveling, I'm going to apply 90 pounds of pressure to my pedal. And I'm going to hold it for 1 minute. And I should not lose more than 4 PSI in 1 minute, okay? Okay, I'm going to apply. There's an application gauge up here that tells you how much pressure you're putting on it. You're going to hold it for 1 minute. Okay, time. Now I'm going to let it go. Now I'm going to fan my brakes to check my low warning light and buzzer. That indicates that I'm losing air. It should come on at 60 PSI. Okay, my light is on. Both of my red lights are on. Up on my dash, they're on. Now I'm going to continue to fan my brakes between 40 and 20 PSI. My emergency brakes should pop out. Do not touch those knobs while you're doing the brake test, okay? So now I'm going to pump them until these knobs pop out between 40 and 20. On this truck, the red one pops, the yellow one pops at about 20 PSI. Okay, so now I'm going to perform a safe start. My safe start consists of pushing my clutch in, putting my truck in neutral. Of course, we know that the brakes are out. So now we're going to crank our vehicle and we're going to build our air pressure back. I'm going to raise my RPMs to 1500 and listen for my governor to kick in at between 120 to 125, indicating that my vehicle has operating air pressure, okay? Now I'm going to do a parking brake test. This is not a tug test, it's a parking brake test. Okay? So I'm going to push my clutch in, put it in low gear. I'm going to release my tractor brake, and I'm going to tug against my trailer brake to make sure that it's holding. Just going to tug it, okay? Pull my tractor brake back out, release my trailer brake, tug against my tractor brake to make sure it's holding. And it's holding. So now I'm going to release both both brakes, and I'm going to pull forward 3 to 5 miles an hour and test my service brakes to make sure that my truck doesn't go from left to right, okay? Back up. Okay. Set my brakes, truck's in neutral, release my clutch, cut my vehicle off. That includes my in-cabin brake test. Any questions? All right.